guys, remember those shows they always talk about, people like these rich people buying these bunkers and stuff in case there's a global catastrophe, they can go there and live for up to like a year or more, and they can be safe. So I was kind of curious of what happened to those bunkers. I mean, a lot of Americans who can afford this are running around screaming about their freedoms being taken away because they have to put on a mask and stay at home. But isn't this a global catastrophe? Are you at your bunker? Or maybe some people are at their bunker living like nothing's changed. And some people just don't have bunkers. Anyway, here's a video I'm gonna watch and critique about those same people that can afford to have a bunker, and this is what they paid for. And I wonder if they're using it now, or if it was just wasting their money, or just an investment. I don't know. Maybe there's a law about investments in bunkers. I have to look that up. Anyway, here's the show.
When it comes to the apocalypse, nothing's quite as terrifying as nuclear war. So, when the nuclear apocalypse comes, are we going to get blasted back into the Stone Age? Or can we use our heads and survive the end of days with the help of technology? Here in beautiful Colorado, one man is already thinking about the end of the world. Professor Brian Toon is an atmospheric scientist and an expert on nuclear winter. Brian, level with me. How likely
sleeping next to a nuclear weapon?
All-out nuclear war, and should I be finding a bunker right now?
You never know for sure, because that's one of the real terrifying things here, is that one person in the United States and one person in Russia could decide all by themselves to have a nuclear conflict.
How many nukes are there around the world? Who has them?
There are about 14,000 nuclear weapons in the world. More than 1,000 of them are held by Britain, France, India, Pakistan, Israel, and China. Each of those countries has 200 or 300. Then Russia and the United States.
Here comes the fear part.
90% of the missiles.
So the lesson is everyone has nukes now. But what exactly happens when these bombs go off?
If you're knocking over concrete buildings, you're going to blow people to pieces. So there's a range of going out from distance in which you die from the blast wave tearing you to pieces, the radiation burning you up, the light wave burning you or catching you on fire.
What happens when day one, a week later, a year later, what are we looking at?
Well, when a nuclear weapon explodes, it sends out a burst of light. It's like bringing a piece of the sun, which is nuclear explosion, down to the earth. And that burst of light catches everything around it on fire.
That fire sends huge amounts of smoke into the stratosphere. But because it doesn't rain up there, it takes years for that smoke to clear, creating a nuclear winter.
Blocks sunlight from reaching the ground, which of course makes it cool off. It gets cold at the ground. And people expect that about 90% of the global population...
I always knew about this as part of my job in the military.
The more I thought about nuclear winter, the more terrified I became. I need a plan to survive the nuclear apocalypse before the world went to hell. So where do you go when you want to get off the grid?
None of this is going to work. You're all going to be dead. Everybody. The entire planet. And that's crazy.
Here in the heartland of rural Kansas, one man is offering millionaire preppers a high-tech way to avoid the apocalypse. Welcome to the Survival Condo. This former Cold War missile silo is now a luxury bunker built for the super rich. Going off the grid no longer means giving up a lavish lifestyle. Think of it kind of like Cribs in camo. From the outside, the security cameras, armoured guard, and 8-ton steel doors are the only sign you're entering a top-secret facility. In fact, this place is so top secret, I can't even tell you where it is. I'm here to meet the man behind the condo, Larry Hall, who's going to give me a full tour.
Here comes capitalism.
So Claire, those doors that we just came in through weigh 8 tons each. So they're 16,000 pounds. They're armored steel filled with concrete. So you definitely hear that safety bang when the door closes.
Inside, this 54,000 square foot complex boasts everything you could need to live through the end of days.
Okay, let's go down and show you what's on the
Yeah,
ground.
like you want your family to join up.
You're not in Kansas anymore. We're going beneath Kansas.
The survival condo is spread across 15 floors and goes 200 feet
You guys know
underground.
who I'm talking to.
At the top, under the dome, are the recreation facilities like the pet park and climbing wall. Underneath that are the mechanical level, medical bay and food stores, with luxury
We live
living
in
quarters
America.
spread across the next 7 floors. At the bottom, a further 4 floors house a classroom, a library, a bar, a gym and a cinema.
All right, so I'll show you a full floor unit. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath unit, and they have 9-foot ceilings. You see we've got all these high-end stainless steel appliances.
And most importantly, even though I'm 11 stories underground, I've still got a window.
When these windows are all on, you're coming out of the units and you see the birds flying and the sunset coming up and the rain and the weather changing. That's the input your brain is used to.
Wow. This is a major operation right here.
If you look in here, you can see that there's the bidet toilets, and we have a jacuzzi tub and a shower with the side jets.
Why do you have bidet toilets instead of regular toilets?
Well, interestingly, we did a little calculation, and the max occupancy for this facility is 75 people. And if we put toilet paper for 75 people for 5 years, that volume of toilet paper would take an entire floor to store just toilet paper. And that square footage costs about $3 million to build.
Okay,
So,
bidet it is.
Bidet it is.
Bidet it is.
Pretty comfy. These are good mattresses. Welcome to the paradise of the
Paradise Lost. Wow.
It's a saltwater pool. It's completely computer controlled. The pool is kept at 82 degrees. People do not expect to see a resort pool in an underground bunker. And we get drop jaws every time they go, "Are you kidding me?"
Another thing I wasn't expecting underground, so much space.
You've got a 24-foot rock climbing wall. This is a fun room. This is an indoor shooting range.
They even got
Come down here and shoot everything from handguns up to
so they can
308
practice
caliber
shooting
sniper
motherfuckers
rifles.
who's trying to get in.
So under
Me,
proper
you.
supervision. So we have properly trained people.
Theater and lounge level.
So we have this media database with about 3,000 movies on it. Anything in particular you're interested in?
Do you have Armageddon?
I hope they got a
Oh,
cloud
we
in the
got that.
basement, because if they trying to go outside for information, it's done.
But the apocalypse isn't all fun and games. There's a schoolroom in the bunker,
It's
so
done.
kids from K through 12
Oh,
can
the
take
infrastructure's
self-guided
gone.
lessons on brand new
So this sounds like
iMacs.
a bullshit
And
fucking
because this is
shit
the
right here.
21st century,
Unless
there's
they
no
put the
worries
stuff
if
in
the
there they
internet
want you
goes
to
out.
learn.
This whole facility has internet, and when you
Because
buy
there is no-
a unit
there's not
here,
gonna
one of the
be an
things you
internet
fill
if
out
there's
on
a
your,
nuclear
form
explosion.
are things that are of interest to you. And what we do is we put that
There's a
into
bullshit right
a
here.
device that is like a Google search engine. It goes out and it crawls over the internet and it downloads websites that have those
can't use that
keywords
as a
on
selling
them.
point.
They're also Skype enabled, so when we bring our second silo online, they're going to be connected with a microwave link, and the kids in this elementary classroom can see the kids in the other elementary classroom. They can talk live, and so they don't feel like they're alone.
Down on the store level, there's an aquaculture setup that can be used for raising fish and hydroponics for growing organic vegetables.
You can have salad daily with this kind of setup.
Oh yeah.
Great. It's healthy.
Yeah. So we'll have tomatoes, onions, different kinds of lettuces, some kale, blueberries, strawberries, blackberries.
But even without that, there's still loads, and I mean loads of stockpiled food.
This really satisfies my prepper mode inside of me. I feel very safe surrounded by tins of food.
The silo is also kitted out with high-tech equipment to keep everyone in here alive for years. Backup fuel stores, a water filtration system, and even a system that scrubs volcanic ash out of the air, just in case.
So if, let's say, Yellowstone were to erupt, the scientists predict that we could have 4 to 5 feet of volcanic ash here. Well, that amount of debris in the air would overwhelm our air and NBC filters. So that pre-filter would come on and it takes all the volcanic ash out of the air.
I wonder if Chloe could get in.
Okay, so I'm not going to die in a super volcano situation.
Not here. You're good.
Originally built during the Cuban Missile Crisis in the 1960s, this Atlas missile silo was designed to withstand the launch of America's ICBMs. But turns out designing something to withstand a nuclear launch also makes it really good for withstanding a nuclear blast. It took Larry Hall and his team about 9 months to clear out all that missile gear before doubling the amount of concrete in the bunker and then fitting it out with the luxuries we see today.
So this here is a 9-foot thick reinforced wall, reinforced with steel, and this.
Don't you think our enemy knows
here
where
when
it
they
is?
built the
It's an
original missile
ex-missile
silo.
site. It's still in the database.
What can you throw at it?
It was engineered to withstand a 10-kiloton nuclear warhead detonated within a half mile. And that would produce a shock wave that would travel 2,000 miles an hour. So it can withstand anything up to and including a 2,000 mile an hour shock wave.
What's the longest I could live down underground for?
It was engineered to be able to be off-grid
Targeted.
indefinitely. We've got 5 different power sources, including a wind turbine
Launch.
and geothermal systems. So the limit is really, most practically, 3 to 5 years.
That may or may not be enough time to ride out the
Damn, think
apocalypse.
I got
A
time
nuclear
for a
winter
smoke
can
before the
last for
nuke
months
hits.
or years. And even after that, you're returning to a world with an altered climate, a depleted ozone layer, and a drastically reduced food supply. To get an idea of just how safe it is to live inside this bunker, I visited its very low-tech cousin down the road. Here, Hall has a second missile silo earmarked for a future survival condo. But aside from the new concrete floors, this place hasn't really changed since the Cold War.
This is the elevator shaft. Check that out.
So this is upstairs in the launch control complex in the Atlas missile silo. And as you can see, this place is pretty much unchanged from the Cold War. It's got, you can see the lights on springs
dangerous,
so
I'm sorry.
that if a missile goes off, the whole thing
They are
isn't going to
targeted.
shake.
They were targeted during the Cold
ceiling.
War.
We've
All they
got a
have to
whole
do is
gap around the edge of the room
load
so that you've
file.
got space for this floor
mean,
to
how
raffle.
long does it take to load
and
a file?
right in the middle of the room, you can see this is where this
On
is
the
the
computer that
bathrooms
controls all
where
the nuclear weapons, excuse me.
back
Tell
in the
me, how
day
long?
you had the shift
That's in
workers who could go into the
milliseconds.
bathroom
That's
here,
like
and
load
then
file.
they lived in these quarters behind
Scenario.
us. So
Boom, boom.
you had 3 shifts
Everybody
of
see War
people
Games?
sleeping,
Scenario.
resting,
He had
and
all these
manning the
scenarios
controls
of every battle that could
downstairs.
happen around the world.
It is
Nuclear
so
battle, and all of them
eerie to
was
be in
unwinnable.
here. It's such a
So if the
bizarre
nukes fly,
space.
it's over. It don't matter. Which gets me back to this.
What kind of people have bought here?
All of our people are self-made.
These are designed for global
millionaires. They're very
catastrophes, right?
successful. Doctors,
Aren't we in a global
engineers,
pandemic?
Lawyers, international business people. Almost
How
all
many
of
of you
them
guys
have
that
children,
bought these
and they're
are there right
concerned
now?
About the what
And how
if
many of you
scenario.
guys out there march
every
around
year it's
talking
like whether
about,
it was Superstorm
I can't wear a
Sandy
mask
or
'cause it's
global
taking away my
climate
freedoms.
change, food shortages, economic collapse, meteor impacts, solar flares.
You're listing my nightmares.
Exactly. If those are the kind of things that bother you, this is the kind of facility it takes to not worry about those.
How much is it going to cost me?
Well, the half-floor units start right around $1 million and go up to $1.5 million. And then we have a full-floor unit. You're going to spend anywhere between $2.5 and $3 million for a full floor.
Most of us don't have $1 million lying around to spend on a survival condo. And let's be honest, signing the deed on one of these doesn't guarantee you'll survive a nuclear winter.
You at your bunker,
or any
or you walk
apocalyptic
around
scenario
marching
for
with
that
guns
matter.
talking about they're taking
Luckily
their
for
freedoms
the rest
away.
of us,
Self-made
there are
people.
thousands of innovators working on solutions to save humanity from the end of the world. I'm just going to have to keep looking for them.